Can you do me a favor and give me the phone box, please?
What are these?
Samsung. Brothers. Okay, I think we're good now. Oh, we can't see the TV in the background. All right, turn off the TV. There we All right, TV off. All right, I think we're good to go.
I always get these notifications from you when you stream, by the way, because I am in that.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure the stream's gonna go well because I have not enough. Yeah, it's gonna go bad actually. Good morning. Good evening to all you boys. I hope the video is looking good here. I have a new setup today to make sure that everything works well. Will it work well? That is the question that we have today. Does everything work well for you boys? Or does it not? I have the game here live on my screen. I will have 0 issues in terms of the match. That's for sure. But are you guys good? Yo, I'm in Emmanuel Wack. What's good, my brother? How are you doing? We got top chatters. I gotta, of course, see what's going on with everyone. Abdullah, nice to have you, my dude. Rolex, of course, always Mr. Rolex. Nice to have you here as well. We're gonna start this in 10, or the match starts rather in 10 minutes. Also, dude, this guy. Oh my God. Oh my days. Wait. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Who's here? Okay. Oh, you're crazy. Wait, what? Did you change it? Did you change accounts? Wait, what's your account before? No, you were always that account, weren't you? I think you were. But anyway, we're gonna try to watch this together here, and hopefully it goes as smooth as butter. Okay, speaking of butter, I had some butter today, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so the teams are coming on right here. We got the lineup. Okay, the lineup is looking pretty juice. As you can see here, let me just, you can see here, no, this side. We got it here, and I got a nice little background, of course. Always nice to have a little background. And as you can see, we're gonna go over, we got, wait. So as you can see on that side, we do have Williams in the goal for South Africa. As the right back, we have Mutau. We don't know what can happen with him. What team does he play for? He plays for the Sundowns FC. Interesting. We got Okan, Mbukazi, Mudiba, Mbatha, Mokoena, Adams, Apolis, Rainers, Maseko, of course, important. And then for the Chechens, we have Sheikh, or actually in the goal we have Kovar. Oh, how would you pronounce this? Renak, Holes, Rechi, and then in the midfield we got Soshka, Serve, Darida, Sailek, Kufal, Hlozek, and then we have Sheik as well in front. We're gonna see what happens. We do have the Chechens as favorites right now, believe it or not. What will happen there? Will they manage to take a little W or not? If we do look at the statistics on the ㆍxo markets, and we go and look at the South African game here, if I can go and find it, of course. It is on your screen. I just need to find it on my side here so I can just take a look at it really fast for you boys. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? We got Czech Republic versus South Africa. As you can see, Czech Republic has 50 or is 50% favorite, we'll say. Okay, that's the most important part, obviously. Let me just get my chat going here. Oh, wait. What was the question? Give me a second here. Community parlay today? I think not. We're gonna do that tomorrow. We're gonna do the parlay tomorrow, not today. Tomorrow. Okay. So tomorrow we're gonna do a nice little community one. We're gonna see what happens. Hopefully we get some draws, okay, guys? Because let me tell you, there's been too many draws in this World Cup. Actually, let's go ask how many draws have we had in this World Cup. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure we're at like 10 by now. Portugal drew yesterday. England did win, so that's not bad. So let me ask. Give me a second there. How many draws in this current World Cup did we have? Or nice. Hey Timothy, nice to have you in the chat, my brother. Okay, we're taking a look. How many draws? What do you mean around? So we had one. So Canada versus Bosnia, Qatar versus Switzerland, Brazil versus Morocco, Netherlands versus Japan, Spain versus Cape Verde, Belgium versus Egypt, Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay, Iran versus New Zealand, and Portugal versus Congo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 draws. No, 9. 9, Timothy, not 7. We got 9 draws. Which, if you ask me, is pretty insane. All right, so I got the game right in front of me. They're singing the national anthems. So we're singing the South African national anthem, of course. Yeah, hey, look, there's been 9 draws. In this parlay, in this next parlay, guys, if we don't have at least 2 draws, then we're not learning from our mistakes, are we? Are we now, boys? No. We got to learn from our mistakes, okay? So we got to analyze this match. Look, this match here, oh, it's going to be a toughie. This one is a big toughie. Don't you think? A little bit of a toughie, this one. Oh. A little bit of a toughie. And let's check out their past games, actually, real quick, now that we're at it. Just real fast. Of course, this is the ranked 40th versus the ranked 60th in the FIFA rankings, which is pretty even if you ask me. Chechnya lost against South Korea. They won against Guatemala 3-1, and they won against Kosovo 2-1. They drew against Denmark, and they drew against Ireland. Okay, that's already what we got for Chechnya. And now for South Africa, they lost the first opening match versus Mexico, but they did in the friendly draw against Nicaragua. Panama, they drew against Panama in the first game. They had two games. One they lost and one they drew, and then they lost against Cameroon 2-1. So they haven't won anything. Can we see a draw maybe in this matchup? Yeah, I'm just responding to the chat, of course. Always important. Why are you crying, Timothy? What's wrong? Is it the 7 draws? I agree. 7 draws is not amazing if you ask me. But we'll see how this goes. Okay, this setup is definitely a lot nicer, and at least I have the match. Let's see if we can get Clump Fuzz here. I'm good on the match. Alright, I'm pretty sure that in terms of times, South Africa wins. Ain't no way that South Africa wins. Right now they're just presenting all the players. We got Lucas Krev, Vladimir Dorida, like I said, Adam Holzek. Wait, maybe actually I can listen to how they're saying. Alexander Soika. I think that's the best way to do it. Okay, we got Williams, Modiba, Bokazi, Ocon, Mudau. I already went over it, but Mudau, Mokonea, all these players right here. We're about to get started in a few. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. South Africa wins, you say? You say South Africa wins? Why do you think South Africa wins, Jaboy? Let me know that. Wait, Jaboy, you're Julesy, right? I'm trying to remember all the names here. Are you Julesy? Are you Julesy? Who are you, Jaboy? Did I say South Africa? Chechnya win. You're thinking a Chechnya win straight up. That's interesting, actually. Did you just say? Cool. Did I say South Africa? Chechnya win. Noon. None or noon? No. Wait a second here. Actually, let me check their past goals. How many goals have they scored in the past, the Chechnyans? I'm just gonna look at the fixtures here real quick. So in terms of all the fixtures, the game's about to start in a few seconds here. We're about to knock it out. I'm gonna check the stats in the halftime. See, we're gonna see how they play. What formation are we looking at here? We have the formation, but are they going to change? Like defensively, you can have one formation, and then offensively, you can have another formation. Are we going to have a change in formations in that aspect? Where defensively, South Africa maybe play with 5 in the bottom, right? But once they're attacking, maybe they move up to 2. We'll see exactly what goes on. The match has officially begun, of course, and we are 20 seconds in. We have the Chechnyans that are controlling the ball right here in the midfield, of course. They're trying to temporize, try to find passes in between the lines. They are on the left side. Chechnya with the ball on the left side, trying to, unfortunately, they have 3 South Africans on them. Huge cross. Oof. And the Chechnyan player was alone with the ball. And I guess he thought he was offside because he didn't even try to control it. He just headed it. Look. What happened there? Huge. Oh, he hit it with his hand. I see. Huge cross from the left side onto the second post. He tried to header it, but he hit it with his arm. Weird one there. Really weird one. Well, Timothy, Czech twins. Okay, we got Chechnya wins. Will they win or not? South Africa, goal kick, of course, clears it, and they lose the ball instantly. Chechnya are pushing on the left side. Through ball on the left side. Is he going to cross? He's not going to cross. We have a deflection by the South African defender. And now we got a first corner kick. Do we have any cool markets, by the way, about South Africa? I don't think we do. Do we have any? Or are they already expired? That's what I want to know. Let me take a look here. Let me take a look. I don't think we have any markets. As far as I looked, we don't have any. How about you show the live match also by the side? I mean, because I can't. It's not legal. That's the problem. The problem is I can't, but I can't commentate over it. So South Africa in the backside, they are just passing through the center backs via the left back. They're trying to go into the midfield, of course. Still in the midfield on the left side, trying to get back. Unfortunately, they cannot pass. Chechnya's pretty. They're defensively. They're right in place. They keep pressing the South Africans. South Africans had to go back into their half, unfortunately, and now the Chechnyans managed to intercept the ball. South Africa tried to give a through ball, didn't work out. The Chechnyans intercepted, and now they're on the attack. Will we get a little bit of something? We got a foul. Okay. By the way, I'm seeing the live. This is live. I have no delay, nothing. We got a female referee too for this one. What's the name of the referee? Pero? Looks like it's Pero here. We got a nice little South African foul. Will Chechnya manage to convert this into a nice little goal? We'll see. They're on the left side, about 30 yards out. Two South African defenders in the wall. What will happen next? We got all the South Africans in the back in a line waiting to defend. The Chechnyans are all grouped up in the center. They end up crossing to the right side of the field, of course. And Chechnyans were there, but the South Africans managed to intercept it. And it is now a corner kick. Will it get interesting from here? We're gonna take a look. Let me just pull up the little lineup here, make sure everything's good. All right, goal kick. Goal kick. Nothing interesting as thus far, nothing too interesting. The Chechnyans are definitely they're looking stronger. They look like they're combining more than the South Africans. We had a goal kick that was for a police, and unfortunately missed his control and went into the throw-in. The Chechnyans throw in onto the right side. They try to cross in into the midfield. The Chechnyans go goal 1-0. 1-0, boys. Let's go. Hey, who said Czechia was gonna win right here? Who said it? Let me see. Did I say South Africa? Czechia win? Jaboy? You're on a roll right now. What a weird goal, because South Africa were nowhere to be seen. The Chechnyans were on the right side, crossed it, but not even a cross. It's a cross on the floor. The ball never left the ground. It literally was in the middle of the box at the penalty spot. No one touched it. No South Africans defenders went out in the edge of the ball. Yes, sir. It is a goal. 1-0 for the Chechnyans, as you can see here. Let me just change that real fast. We do have 1-0 for the Chechnyans. Good job on that right there, my boy. Very good. Yeah, it was a cross. It was like a missed kind of cross for, I don't know who it was. I guess it was just a blind cross. And at the outside of the box, a Chechnyan player controls, gives a little through pass to the attacker, who just has to put it in the back. 1-0 for Chechnya. It's going to get hard for South Africa at this point, to be honest, because they are not looking so good. But I did say the same thing with Congo, and then they ended up looking better. So let's not throw them under the bus yet. The same thing happened versus Portugal. Portugal scored super early and then nothing. Okay, so we got to make sure here that we don't get too excited. We can't get too excited. It's not possible. Okay, wait. Give me a second here. Wait. Oh. Aha. All right, we're good. We are good. Let me see if I can make this a little bit. Get teeter, and now we are good. Okay. Yeah, very early goal, to be honest. All right, South Africa is in control of the ball in the midfield with Membath. Tries to give it out to Mesoko. Mesoko gives it over to Adams. Adams gives it to Membath on the right side. We're on the right side with Maseko. Maseko tries to give a pass backwards, unfortunately intercepted by the Chechnyans. And it does look like ended up being a foul, I guess. Or a throw-in. Are we looking at a throw-in or a foul? Yeah, really nice goal there from the Chechnyans. Oh, deflected slightly by the goalkeeper. Just slightly deflected by the goalkeeper. So we're one up for the Chechnyans. All right, Chechnyans come. Holzek gives it to Kufal on the right side. Kufal crosses it. Oof. Great defended header by the South Africans. Unfortunately, it is an offside. We do have a little bit of an offside here for the Chechnyans. Yeah, definitely a huge offside. We got 3 players offside. Looks like we're going to get more goals though, guys. It looks to me like we're going to get a lot more goals here because the Chechnyans are really playing good. And the South Africans are nowhere to be seen defensively. You know, I'm not sure what's going on. They, of course, do have to attack. But attacking with, I mean, you got to at least defend, not take more. Congo did a great job yesterday. Instead of trying to find the goal, they first defended, and then they looked to score a goal. Here, I feel like South Africa's trying to find a goal. They're trying to force a goal, rather, and unfortunately, it looks like they're going to... It's closer to the 2-0 than to the 1-1, in my opinion. Of course, that is my own opinion. Okay, we're at the 9th minute. South African goalkeeper gives it over to the right side to Modiba. Modiba gives a long cross pass to the right side of the field. And it did go into a throw-in as the Chechnyans defended it with their head. Now we are in the midfield with South Africa. Mbath gives it over to the right side to Maseko. Maseko gives it to what it feels like Mbath again. Maseko to Maudu. Maudu to Okan. Okan to Mbokazi. Oof. That's a difficult name to say, to be honest. Mbokazi. Neymar to miss the next match too. He's gonna miss the next match? I feel like Neymar is more... Look, Neymar to me, alright, right now the game is paused, but right now, to me, Neymar seems more like a market, not a marketing play, but a play to make sure that everyone's happy, basically. Okay, so no one has tough feelings. So Neymar's there. He's important to the group. He may help them psychologically. So I'm not sure he's even going to play, to be honest. I don't think he's going to play much. We'll see. There's 1 month, to be honest. Okay, and Neymar can always be useful. We all know the technical skills Neymar has, even though lately he hasn't been as good. The South African keeper goes and clears it to the right side for Maseko. Maseko against 2 players. Through pass for Reiners. Reiners tries to cross it over, deflected by the Chechnyan defense that recoup from the bottom, try to play out in a triangular form. Chechnya tried to give a through pass. Now we're seeing South Africa gain some tempo here. Can we see Oof. Oh yeah, I thought that was a goal. I thought South Africa just scored a goal there. We got a huge shot from Apolis at around the 30-meter mark. It is deflected by a defender into a corner. Will we get a little bit of a corner action here? 'Tis the question. Oh wait. Why didn't anyone tell me? Give me a second here. I just realized that the market wasn't even on for South Africa. South Africa must be super low now. Let me just get the South African match up. Wait. Can we not? South Africa. Oh, Czech Republic right here. I'm so blind, guys. I even typed it out. Alright, as you can see there. 72% for Chechnya. And they're not playing bad. Alright, Chechnya trying to come out the box here from behind. South Africa is trying to press. Great ball in the midfield to break two lines. Two offensive lines. Chechnya trying to push on the left side. Cross deflected by the South African defender. Intercepted by the Chechnyan player, which is again deflected by the South Africans. Great header by the Chechnyan, alone in the... And it was cleared by the South African here. Nice little touch, the goalkeeper took it. Yeah, nice little touch with the toe, just to defend. South African keeper takes it. Let's see where we go from there. Chechnya in the midfield, looking to play it as 3. Taking it back. We got ㆍxo. That gives it back over to Krejci. ㆍxo. ㆍxo looking for... Great play here. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting match. Are we still seeing a win for Chechnya or maybe a draw? Because South Africa is starting to play some ball here. South Africa is looking to bring out the ball, but they are in their defense right here with Mokazi. Now we go over to Mudau. Mudau looks to give it to Adams. No real pressure right here. Adams wants to give a through ball, doesn't commit. Passes it back to Mokazi. Mokazi over to Modiba. Modiba to Apolis. Apolis is now in the back. All right, South Africa. The South African keeper goes and gives a long through ball. A long pass, I guess we would say. A long lobbed pass. Tried to hop all the Chechnyan lines. Couldn't manage it, of course. And now we continue on with Modiba on the right side. Gives it into the middle of the field. That then gives it over to Adams on the right side. Crosses it in, and it is deflected. Great shot by the South Africans. Deflected though. Corner kick. Hey, the South Africans are getting more and more dangerous here. Okay? More and more dangerous. GM, Klump. Hey, Klump, I have good news. I'm pretty sure I'm even in front of you in terms of time. Okay, now I should be literally on par. Romain, where you watching? Wait, where are you watching now? I'm actually watching it on YouTube, believe it or not, a Brazilian YouTube. And this is a really clear image. I think I'm good with everything. We're 16 minutes in. I think I'm like 5 seconds behind. Not, not, nothing too dramatic, you know. I'm seeing almost 17 minutes on my screen here, and I'm seeing 17 there. So there's like a 10-second delay. You know, that's not too bad. It shouldn't cause too many issues. Oh, you're not watching? Okay, good. So you're gonna listen to me. Now here's the problem. The problem is these two teams have the weirdest. Yo, what are these lights? There's some lights outside. Insanity. But anyway, yeah. So you're not watching, but these names are pretty crazy. We got Chechnya with a free kick, looking to kick it straight into the box. It goes to the left side, crosses it right back in. And unfortunately, the attacker's offside, so they don't touch it. Goal kick for the South Africans. The South African keeper tries to play quick, gives a long lob pass to his attacker, which surprises the Chechnyans, but luckily for the Chechnyans, the goalkeeper is there to save the day. What am I, honestly speaking, right now, it's looking like a draw. Okay, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, South Africa is managing to get control of the ball. They're not playing like the Congolese, for example, right, where they just want to like stay behind and defend and whatnot. But then again, the South Africans, they have more than enough firepower to deal with them, actually. They're not too bad. Their game plan is goalkeeper, straight shot in front, looking for their attackers to maybe deviate, look for some lucky type of counter play. But they're not managing. So the South Africans are trying to press high up here. The Chechnyans have the ball. The goalkeeper has the ball. We're on the right side with ㆍxo. ㆍxo over to ㆍxo, the scorer, by the way. ㆍxo gives it over to CZECH. CZECH is the scorer. Sorry, ㆍxo is the assister. We're in the back with holes over to ㆍxo. ㆍxo fails his pass. South Africa intercepts and foul by the Chechnyan. I was willing to go on S8 but hesitated and stayed. I will look into it after the first half. Honestly speaking, right now, as of now, South Africa aren't looking too dangerous. They aren't looking too dangerous. So in terms of goal, and actually, let's look at the XG. Of course, we always have to look at the XG. The XG here, we have a 0.3 XG for South Africa. Long through ball again on the left side for South Africa. Two Chechnyan players. The South African player goes and gives it back. Are we going to look for a cross for South Africa here? No, we're giving back to Apolis. Apolis goes and tries to change the whole game. Gives it to the right side. Adams manages to keep the ball. Gives it back. Yeah, this is going to be maybe a poor match, technically. Technically, this may be a poor match. We'll see. South Africa coming from behind. Now, again, the South African goalkeeper has the ball. I'm pretty sure he looks for his midfield. And now, in my opinion, he's going to look for a long through ball. No, he doesn't. Gives it to his midfield, who then quickly in one touch gives it back to his defender. And now they're going to look for a good through ball for the South African attackers, and the Chechenyans managed to anticipate that. Clear their field, but clears it onto a Chechnyan, who headers it to his Chechnyan counterpart, of course. And then there's a foul committed by the South Africans. All right, the referee's, doing some damage control here. All right, South Africa do have the ball again. Oh, it was a foul by the Chechnyans, surprisingly enough. I thought it was a foul on the Chechnyan by the South African. The South African goes from right to left. Immediate cross header deviated by the Chechnyans onto the left side. which is recouped by the South Africans. Of course, my brother. Of course. All right, throw in for the South Africans. Nice little quick throw in for Police, who gives it over to Adams. Adams back to Mudau. Mudau, nice long lob pass to Police, but unfortunately couldn't get it. Chechnya are now looking to be in a little bit of trouble. They can't hold the ball for long. South Africa really trying to control the tempo. They're on the right side. 1 versus 1. Chechnya wins his battle, and it is a throw-in for the Chechnyans as the Chechnyan deflected the ball onto the South African, which then was put into a throw-in. And now we go into commercial break, okay? Let me tell you, this whole hydration pause thing, bullshit. Okay, boom. That's not possible. This is not no hydration break. This is called a commercial break. In Qatar, did you see water breaks every match? No, it depends on the match, in my opinion. For this match, it's more than, what time is it right now? Where is this match actually being played? Let me just take a look. It's being played in what stadium are they playing in? The facts. Let's see. Chechnya. Nanani. Do we not have? Do we not have where they're playing? Anyway, time in USA. We're just gonna put time in USA. It's 12, right? So it's pretty hot, and this is GMT -4, and this is in Washington DC. So that means it's earlier where they are, most likely. So like a hydration break. I understood in Qatar and Brazil, but in NA and the stadiums have AC, bro. Like they're playing in like 20-degree weather. So there's no way they're hot. Look, for those who don't know, the Americans love their commercials, right? For example, an NBA match can last, let me get the mic, sorry. An NBA match can last so long because they just have commercial breaks every I don't know how long. And because commercial breaks are important to the Americans, they managed to adopt this with the FIFA World Cup. But guys, having a halftime within the half, crazy. And I don't know, it breaks the game at least 5 degrees lower depending on the stadium. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. Give me another hour, please. Okay, Celsius for sure. Yeah, I think it's 20 degrees Celsius. Actually, let's see. What temperature is it in the U.S. stadiums? And they are 38 degrees. What? Open air stadiums in the South reach heat indices of above 100 Fahrenheit. So that means roughly 38 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we have 100 degree Fahrenheit and 38 degrees Celsius. Very, very important to know. The climate indoor, though, can go up to 23 degrees. That's it. 23 degrees. In the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, we have 21 to 25 degrees. In the Allegiant Stadium, we seem to have a nice 21 to 24 degrees. I mean, come on, guys. Like, do you guys think we were born yesterday or what? I mean, let's be honest here. So yeah, we definitely are in a commercial break, but we are back now. 26 minutes in. Throw in for Chechnya on the left side. The Chechnyans are not looking really good. They're not managing to connect and find combinations amongst each other, which is pretty difficult. And here we have another one. Chechnya throws in one pass, and it gets lost. South Africa gets control of the ball again. The goalkeeper is alone with the ball, and in my opinion, he's going to look for a long lobbed pass in front. That's what he's doing right now for an attacker. It is headed by the South African attacker for Apolis. Apolis on the left side, just holding the ball. They're in the box right now. Unfortunately, miscontrolled by the South Africans, and it is cleared by the Chechens. Throw in for South Africa on the left side in the South African side, going over to the right side in the midfield. Wait, let me get this real fast here. Chechens. Where are the Chechens? All right, South Africa is now trying to find a way, a combination to get in front here. But the Chechens are not looking good. Chechens are not looking good. They do not have control of the ball. And if we look at the statistics, we can see that South Africa passed in front in terms of possession. Okay? And actually, let me put that up for you as well. Let me just put the stats. Definitely better to have the stats. So here are the stats for the South African game right here. As you can see, South Africa took control in terms of possession. Are they going to continue though? Let's take a look here. Look, on German TV, we don't have commercial break. They show live footage of the guys drinking. on the German game, they wanted to play again after 1.5 minutes, but FIFA official had a tablet. I remember that one. Was that for that was like a corner kick, right? Right? That was a corner kick, wasn't it? It was a corner kick, and they were like, wait, we have to wait for the commercial break to end. That's just honestly sickening. But yeah, they didn't need to drink water. In South Africa, we also had no break. Agreed. But in South Africa, I think in South Africa, they didn't need it because it was winter during the World Cup. So it's cold, actually. And especially in South Africa. In South Africa, it gets really, really cold in the winter. Anyway, foul on... looks like a South African. So the Chechen foul on a South African. South Africa still has control of the ball here. Still control of the ball for the South Africans. South African are in the back trying to play outwards. Can't manage. Alright, South Africa is looking to push on the left side. Apolis has it, gets fouled on. Foul for South Africa. Yeah, he held the game. Yeah, I remember that one. I remember it was all over Twitter. Like, people were just laughing at them like, yeah, hydration break my butt. And I agree with them, to be honest. There's nothing we can say about that. Anyway, 29th minute, 1-0 for the Chechens. But South Africa are pushing, and they're looking stronger and stronger. But unfortunately, as you can see by the XG, we're still at 0.3 XG for South Africa. So their strategy of trying to just look for long lob passes aren't working. We have the South African goalkeeper with the ball again. Is he going to look for a long pass? So Williams, the goalkeeper, is he going to give a long pass to his attacker? No, he gives it over to Mbokazi, and the goalkeeper goes a long lob pass to his attacker for what it looked like Reyners, but Reyners lost his duel against the Chechen defenders. The Chechens are on the counter-attack. Passes over to the left side with Sadilek over to Kretsi. Oh, this is so hard to say these names. Kretsi back over to Ranak. Ranak gives it to Derrida. Derrida gives it to Holz. Holz gives it back to Kovar. Kovar over to Kretsi. Kretsi is the center back, of course. As temp in the stadiums right now. Exactly. South Africa was cold. It was like maybe, 20 degrees, something like that. I'm sure it doesn't get too cold. Or maybe even lower. We'll have to check in the halftime how cold it gets. But anyway, we are with Holz. Holz, who gives a long through pass for Kufal. Kufal loses his duel against the South African left back. Tries to give it to his midfield. His midfield gets fouled. Apolis gets fouled. Free kick for South Africa. Let's see what happens. for this one here. Oh. Wait. Wait. I'm still good. We got the Chechens that try to clear with his head, and yeah, they end up clearing. Oh boy, South Africa now, again, coming out from the back. Williams gives it over to Mokoena. Mokoena over to Mudau back to Williams. Williams, will he try, the goalkeeper, to look for his South African attack with a long lob pass? Yes, he does. Looks for his South African attack, and the Chechnyan defense managed to control that, headers it out, and now they're trying to play from the back. Goalkeeper clears it into the midfield. No duel. The Chechenyans recoup the ball, and a big foul from the South African player, but the ref says play on. We're on the right side. Almost a through pass. Let's see if we're going to go back. We will go back to that foul. Yellow card for the South African, Mokoena. Really deserved. He was late on his tackle. Deserved yellow card. Let's see. Wait, what would you say? Oh, yeah. Mokoena with a yellow card, deserved. He was late on his tackle. Could have been a bad one, too. Yeah, he was late on his tackle. Kicks the Chechnyan player. Ooh. It wasn't a bad one. It wasn't like dangerous or anything. No ankles were hurt in the making of that one. Let me go and get. Ooh. All right, we're waiting for the game to play on. Williams has the ball, gives it over to Mokoena. I need to leave again. I have a date night. Oh, still with the little one. I have a date night still with the little one. It's no problem, my dude. Thanks for passing by. Appreciate you. I'll just stay here and commentate on what I see exactly. Oh, Chechnya managed to intercept the ball in the midfield here. Give a through pass to his attacker, but manages to not get anything, unfortunately. Looks for a CZECH, and CZECH is too short. They're number 9. CZECH actually tried to find holes. Holes came from nowhere in the back, actually. 34th minute. South Africa aren't looking too strong. Okay, their game plan seems to be just goalkeeper to the attack, basically. Just hop the whole midfield, try to get to their attackers. But Chechnya is defending well. They managed to get heads, and they clear the and they clear their box. South African goalkeeper Williams again with the ball. Will we get a good clear? Yeah, we do get a clear, but this time not as long. In the midfield, Chechnya gets it, no problem. South Africa. A header for Chechnya. South Africa headers it as well. South Africa has control of it now. South Africa plays it back over to Mokazi. Mokazi over to Okon. Okon over to Mudau. Mudau, a long lob pass again in front for their attackers. South Africa managed to conserve the ball. We are on the right, but no, it wasn't offside. Off the rip. So we do have an offside. Only female referees. Nice. I like this. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, yeah. All right, Chechnya on the attack on the left side, right at the edge of the box. Tries to go inwards. Doesn't make it. Looks like there's a nice duel between the South African and Chechnya. No foul was called. South Africa recoups the ball, presses forward on the right side, still on the right side, drives the ball through in the middle, gives it over to Reyers. Reyers gives it backwards. Oh, it's deflected by the Chechnyan defense, and it is a corner kick. Oh, that was a close one. South African midfield drove it pass it over to Reyners. Reyners who gives it to the right side over to ㅍxo. ㅍxo tries to, again, give a backwards pass to Reyners, but unfortunately it was deflected by the Chechenian, headed out into the corner. So we do have a corner kick. Okay. ㅍxo crosses it in. A scorpion kick by Reyners almost connects, but it doesn't. ㅍxo tries to press 1 versus and no foul called. The Chechens lose possession of the ball. South Africa is now controlling, just waiting, controlling, making sure that nothing is done too quick. Adams over to ㅍxo. ㅍxo tries to cross, doesn't make it, gets deflected by the Chechens, but the South Africans recoup the ball. Mudeo, Adams, back to Mudeo, over to Okan. Okan over to Mbokazi. Mbokazi over to Mokoena, who received the yellow, of course. Mokoena back over to Okan. Looks like they're just trying to find a way. Williams again with the ball. We're going to look for a long through pass again, in my opinion. A long pass. Are we going to get it or are we not going to get it? Nope. He doesn't give it. He gives it back over to Mbokazi. Mbokazi gives it back over to Williams. I think we're trying to look for that through ball again for Williams. Williams. Oh, bad pass by Williams, but bad pass by Williams for Mbokazi, who manages to just clear it out into a throw-in. Williams needs to play his balls a lot faster. He has a great right foot though. Manages to put the ball up way up high for his attackers. We'll see if one manages to get through, so South Africa can score a goal. But doesn't look like they're going to so far, to be honest. Let's see what can happen. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Alrighty, Chechnya is trying to attack now on the left side. Are they? So South Africa are pressuring out. Yeah, South Africa, honestly, they have total control of the ball. Chechnya, they can't. They don't. It doesn't seem like they can manage to connect more than 3 passes, to be honest. The Chechnyan goalkeeper goes and clears it out of his box into the midfield, and the Chechens manage to recoup the ball, actually. And we have a foul by the South Africans at the 40-meter mark for the Chechnyans. Will this be an occasion? Oh, yellow card for who got the yellow card? Who took the yellow? In my opinion, Mbatha took the yellow, in my opinion. It is Mbatha that took the yellow. Nasty. Is it a nasty foul? Let's see. Nah, I don't know if it deserves a yellow, to be honest. It wasn't a high foot. Maybe it was consecutive fouls, but it doesn't seem like it deserved a yellow, in my opinion. Anyway, we have a free kick that's about to take place here. Let's see what happens. South Africa is definitely pressuring, but now it is onto Chechnya. They're 30 meters out, actually. 25 actually. 25 meters out. This can be a shot on target. This can definitely be a shot on target. We'll see what happens exactly. Chechnya are about to take the shot. Shot direct onto goal. Unfortunately goes way over. Kills a few pigeons on the way. And goal kick. Goal kick. We have a few good players here. Oh, I forgot his name. I forgot the name of that guy that I was looking on the screen. He's a French player. But anyway, we are looking at a goal kick by South Africa. Williams again. He's looking for a long through ball, but gives a pass to Adams. Adams gives it over to Modao. Modao gives it over to Williams, who just chucks it into his midfield. Chechnya defends it well, headers it in front, but South Africa gained control of the ball. Adams over to Apolis, over to Mokoena, over to Apolis this time actually, to Reyners. Apolis looks to cross it into the second post. Offside called by the referee. So we're going to have a free kick here. Looks pretty interesting if you ask me, boys. Looks pretty interesting if you ask me. What are we going to get here? Are we going to get some sort of draw? Hey, imagine we get a draw, guys. Imagine we get another draw. All right, anyway, we're restarting with the Chechens in the back. Holds gives it over to Derrida. Derrida loses control of the ball. You see, not even second pass. South Africa gain control of the ball. Go back. We're starting from the back now. Okan with the ball. Gives it over to Mbath. Mbath over to Modiba. Modiba gives it over to Reyners in front. Reyners just comes back, gives it back over to Okan in the defense. Okan gives it to the right side to Maseko. Maseko manages to win his duel on the right side, crosses it over, but unfortunately deflected by the Chechnyan, and it is a corner kick. They are pressuring hard, but if you look at the statistics, look at the statistics on the screen right here. You can see that South Africa don't have a large expected goal, only 0.09, and that's because their strategy is simple. Their strategy is give the ball to Williams, the goalkeeper, the South African goalkeeper. Look for a long lobbed pass straight in front for Reyners. If it doesn't make it, if the Chechnyan headers, well, they start again. That's been their game plan so far. It's not working out because the Chechnyans are defending really, really well in terms of heads, and they are playing as 5 in the back now. So they're in my opinion opting to defend more than attack. They're not taking too many chances. They are up 1-0. We are at the 44th minute. South Africa getting control of the ball with Modiba on the left side, gives it over to Rayner. We got a huge shot by Okan that goes right over. So I think that was Mokea actually. It was Mokoena. Mokoena who tries to shoot from about 30 meters out, goes way over. The almost hurts a Chechnyan actually. All right, we're back in the game. Chechnya have control in the midfield. They go back, give it to the defense, and now we are up again. Oh no! Oh, I clicked on some of that. Wait, no. Oh, damn it! All right, I have to go back. All right, give me a second there, boys. I accidentally clicked on backspace, so I don't have the game as we speak right now. All right, give me a second. Give me a couple seconds, boys and girls. Just a couple of seconds. Just a couple of seconds. All right, we are back. 4 minutes of extra time for the first half. All right, Chechnya attacking on the left side. They are 3. Nice cross. There's no one in the box, though. No one's going to get it. Chechnya get control of it after the South Africans' clearance on the left side. Tries to get across. Unfortunately, South Africa clear right onto a Chechnyan, and it is a goal kick. Are we going to have Williams try to look for his attacker again in front? That's what we are wondering here. And of course, Williams does have the ball, looks for a long lob pass in front. Reiners loses his duel again. Apolis can't get a toe on it. The Chechnyans clear, and it goes into a throw-in for the South Africans on the left side in the midfield. Okay, Moko Zabi. Oh, now we have Williams with the ball again. Gives it over to Moko. Modiba. Modiba gives it back over to Williams. Williams still holding the ball. You see, he's just waiting for a long through ball. No long through ball called. Moko Ena gives it over to Mbath. Mbath gets fouled on. Foul for the South Africans. Czechia are looking weak now. Czechia are looking weak, and this, if they keep playing like this, sooner or later, South Africa is going to find a way to score a goal. South Africa are combining a lot more. They're finding through passes, breaking lines, breaking midfield line, defensive lines. Not defensive lines, but definitely midfield lines with Williams that just gives a long through pass or a long lob pass, but doesn't work out. Unfortunately, Apolis on the left side goes inward, goes in, gives it to Mbath, and Mbath comes out, gives it over to Adams. Adams comes back as well, gives it back to his defense. Okan gives it over to the right to Maseko. Maseko gives it back to Okan, and we're back in the defense, and he gives it over to Williams. Williams with a long lob pass. Will Maseko manage to control the ball? No, he doesn't. Goal kick, unfortunately. And this is what has been happening this whole match. South Africa just look for these long passes, and they're not getting anywhere. So right now it's looking more likely than not that Chechenian, for now, look like they can win. Okay? They look like they can win just for now, though. We got the referee counting here. Goal kick by Czechia, way out in front, and South Africans gain control of the ball again. They play out in a triangle together. They play out on the right side. Maseko on the right side, 1-versus-1 duel. We got 3-versus-3 duel, but Macau decides to go inward and pass it over to. Oh no! We're in the box. Oh my God, I'm panicking here when it goes in the box. But anyway, Masakeo decided to use the through call to go inside the midfield and completely changes the game. Goes on the left side, who then gives a cross in, which was really, really close as the goalkeeper failed to control the ball. And we are now officially at halftime. So if we look at the statistics, let's look at the stats here. You have the stats here. 63% for the South Africans, but only an XG of 0.10. So this has been a poor half. Poor half. Only one shot on target. That's it. Nothing else. Yeah, draw is possible. They're holding possession. But they're not doing anything. Here's the problem. The problem is oh, the chat disconnected. That's weird. Oh, we're reconnected. Okay, good. So the problem with this match is that it seems like their main strategy is to just throw a long ball with Williams over to either Rainers or Opalis or who's also on the right side here, or Maseko. But the Chechenian defenders are, they're bigger, they're taller than the South African attackers. So winning a duel in the air is pretty hard for them, but they keep doing the same thing. And they haven't had the lucky deviation or lucky kind of misplay or something like that. The Chechenians are very, very focused, and they're not missing anything, actually. So yeah. Oh, we got a mirror in the chat as well. We got a mirror. We got Guzu as well. And now we're at the halftime. So now that we're at the halftime, how about we look at some parlays here? How about we look at come on for parlay? Looking for tomato. Come on for parlay. Let me just get that link. Let me copy the link. We're just gonna take a look at the parlay real quick, okay? We're gonna take a quick look at the parlay, and in order to do that, I will go on this one right here, and we're gonna take a look at the parlay here. I think you can see everything pretty well. Oh no, I won't be able to actually view it. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. You want to look at the parlay real quick or not, Abdullah? Let me know. Oh, we got Guzu coming though. We're only gonna take a look at the parlay, okay? This is the halftime. We're gonna take a look at the parlay real quick, and then go from there. Okay. Let me just add this, and then we will add the link to it, of course. And boom. Wait. No, I don't want this. Do I want this? No, I don't want that. I do not want this. What I do want is window capture. That's what I want. Okay, let me go on this. And here we have it. Okay, you cannot see me, but it's okay. It's okay if you can't see me. Let's just take a quick look at the parlay. Okay. Oh, can I find a way to get this in? Here, let me just put me here, okay? I know there's like Chechnya and all of that stuff, but it doesn't matter. Here's what the parlay is looking like. So we have parlay number 14 here. Okay, $10,000 hairs. Guys, we cannot make the same mistakes as last time, okay? There's Netherlands versus Sweden. Guys, I see a draw for this one, okay? Sweden has a good defense. Netherlands as well. Attacking way, not too good. I'm not going to submit this. This is just, what I'm seeing here. Germany, come on, guys. Germany has to win. Argentina has to win for that one. Norway versus Senegal, I see a draw as well. England versus Ghana, I see an England win. Switzerland versus Canada. Believe it or not, I see a draw for this one as well. Again, Canada has not won a single match in the World Cup in their whole entire life. Okay, very important to note that one. Brazil versus Scotland. They have to win, but I see a draw. I'm actually going to go and call a draw. This is, of course, I'm not submitting this. Second English game, Ecuador versus Germany. German win, of course, always. Turkey versus the US of A. Who wins in this one, though? In my opinion, okay. In my opinion, Turkey versus USA or Turkey. Draw for that one as well. And Norway versus France, that's a big match. And I'm going to go with France. So as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draws. 5 draws is what I have, which is maybe too much. Oopsie. Here I am with my main account. Oh, hey there, Guzu. You can be with your main account or not. You're all good. But thank you for the likes. Likes are very important for the stream. We got to make sure that we keep the likes coming here. Hopefully also... Ooh. Oh, wait, I did close... wait. I did close that, that screen, it looks like. Did I close it? I did close it, didn't I? Wait, what? Oh, no, we're here. Okay. Here we are, and it's still open there. All right, perfect. Alrighty. Alrighty. So here's what I have. Okay. Tomorrow we're gonna do it again. Now, maybe the Netherlands. Which one is a draw that I put as a draw that can maybe not be a draw? Turkey, I think that one's a draw. Honestly speaking, maybe this one. You know what? I'm gonna put a Sweden win against the Netherlands because the Swedish are playing pretty good. They're not bad at all in my opinion. I wasn't expecting much from SA. They are trying. Well, the problem with South Africa is that their game plan Their game plan is the same. So they're just trying to do the same thing over and over and over again, and it's just not working for them. You know what I mean? It's just not working for them. They give the ball to Williams. Williams goes and gives a long through pass, all in front. Just, hey guys, good luck. Good luck, guys. Throws it in front and they pray. That's it. It's basically spray and pray, in my opinion. It's kind of like, shooting. Will it work out for them or not? This is what we have to see. But South Africa definitely have control, as you can see, as per the statistics. At first, the Chechens were looking a lot better, but now South Africa is definitely looking a lot better. Anyway, give me one. I wasn't expecting. Yeah, give me one little second. I will be right back. As we wait, of course, for the second half to start, we are currently in commercials. Give me one momento. Oh wait. Yeah, we're gonna take a look for to see if can South Africa manage to come back? I'm not sure though. XG only 0.21. 5 shots, 0 on target. Touches in opposition box, 6 touches. So that shows you how poor this game is. They can't manage to get in the box. The only way they get touches in the box if it's and I guess a header counts as a touch, or a touch. I have to see what a touch counts as. But in my opinion, a touch is like a pass. So we'll see from there. We'll see exactly what happens. We'll see exactly what happens. But how long are we from the second half? Actually, the second half should start in a few seconds. It's 9 p.m. Oh no, I guess in about 4 minutes rather, because there was 4 minutes of extra time because of the commercial break. I'm never calling it a hydration break, by the way. This is definitely a commercial break. No one. Brazil win. A Brazil win. Why a Brazil win? Against Scotland, you mean? I mean, definitely possible. Did I put a... Wait, did I have a draw on that, actually? I think I did, didn't I? Wait, give me a second. Why can't... Oh, there it is. I had for Scotland versus Brazil. I did. Yeah, I did. I have... Okay, you're right. You know what? Look, Scotland versus Brazil. I guess a Brazil win, yes. But I totally see a draw. And this is my opinion. It's my own opinion. From what I'm seeing from Brazil, in terms of attack, it's not there. Even though they have Rafinha on one side, I just don't think it's there. I think they're lacking a little bit. I totally see a draw for that. I see Scotland just putting up a bus and not letting go from them on. I mean, hey, we've seen surprises all throughout the World Cup. I don't see why we couldn't see a surprise for this. And Scotland, I'm pretty sure that Scotland have actually won the first one. Let me take a look here real quick. But if I'm not mistaken, they most certainly Give me a second here. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I found it. So Scotland's going to play against Morocco, but if we look at the line or the table, Scotland are first in their pool right now. Scotland are first in their pool. They beat Haiti, of course. You know, it's Haiti. A Netherlands win? Yeah, okay, so you see a Netherlands win, Brazil win, and Turkey win? You see a Turkey win. I don't see a Turkey win. I don't see a Turkey win. I think that one's going to be a draw. I think that's going to be a draw. Or the U.S. wins, because the U.S. technically has a better team than Turkey. They have more. They have like Pulisic and a few other great players. I think we're going to look. Are we going to head back onto the second half? What are we going to look at here? What are we looking at here? Netherlands win, he says. Netherlands win. I don't know about that one. I'm not sure. I have to watch the match to actually see what I think about that one. Let me just get the South Africa, Czech Republic here. Czech Republic is only at 72% chance of winning, though, right now. As we speak, as you can see from the screen here on that side, right there, you can see that South Africa don't have a high chance. I mean, they went down all the way to 6. Look, let me just show you real quick here. Let me interact. As you can see, South Africa is at a 6% chance of winning. A draw is at 20. And to be honest, depending on how the second half starts, I may be looking at a draw here. We never know. We never know. All right, the players are heading back onto the pitch. Let's get ready for the second half. Hey, Abdullah, can you see me fine or no? Just to know. Can you see me fine or not? Okay, so we are currently... All right, we're about to start the second half here. Wait, is Brazil? No, Brazil can't be playing at the same time. That's not possible. All right, Chechnya are about to start over. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how it goes for the Chechnyans here. So we do have already, before the second half even begins, we already have a change. A sub, sorry, rather. Let me just take all of this. Let me have this. We'll have this up. I'm going to try to get rid of a few things so everything can get better. I'll get rid of this as well. Get rid of this. Still have that. And this I'm good. All right, we're good to go for the second half. Let's see how... Will South Africa change their way of playing, or will they stay the same way? So basically, not being too offensive, Williams throwing long lob passes to... so Adams is out. Adams is out, and Mofokeng is on. So Mofokeng, this is a... so we already had one sub. One sub, second half didn't even start yet. Let's see what happens. So South Africa with the ball, they look like they're going to pressure it straight off the bat. Let's take a look. A few seconds till the second half. And we're off. No, we're not off because the ref did not blow the whistle. And now we're off. All right, we're going straight off to the right side with Mudau. And of course, we go right back to Williams. Oh, but we're not throwing it in front. We're going to Modiba. Modiba, who then throws it in front. But unfortunately, the Chechenian defenders managed to get it. For the midfields, and the midfield Chechenians lose possession of the ball. But there is a foul called onto the Chechenian midfielder. Serv. How would you say his name? Serv. So it's C-E-R-V. Serv. Or Cherv. Cherv. If only I can use my translator like we do on the streams. Wouldn't that be cool? But anyway, Chechenians throw it straight in front. See if they can find a Chechenian defender. Unfortunately, the South African defense clears it into a throw-in for the Chechenians. Quick throw-in for the Chechenians, who clears it straight in front. The South Africans managed to header it out. Now there's a nice little fight for the control of the ball. Chechenians managed to take control of the ball. A quick through pass. 2 versus... unfortunately, what a bad control. We had the Chechenians on the left side. We had the Chechenians on the left side who played a nice through ball into the box, where it was literally a 3v2. It looks like a back pass. Unfortunate for the attacker that misses his control. He was really alone, to be honest. And then we have Chev that shoots out from really wide, or from far, sorry, and it goes out wide. Goes out wide. The goalkeeper puts it out wide, rather. For a corner kick, we are looking at a corner kick for the Chechenians. What will happen to the Chechenians here? They're looking to play it with 2 players. No, they're going to play it as one. So it is going to be a corner kick. They play it into the penalty area, into the penalty point, headers it to the goal, but the goalkeeper is right on the trajectory, stops it, and Williams goes in, of course, like always, tries to look for a long ball in front, doesn't make it. Right now, the Chechenians are looking more dangerous than the South Africans. But it doesn't mean that the South Africans can't do something here. Let's see if they manage to take control of the ball again, and then we can work from there and go up. All right, we had a long through pass for South Africa, but the Chechenians defend it. Chechenian goalkeeper clears it. Chechenian midfielder headers it to the back, and the South Africans gain control of the ball. South Africans are now looking to gain a little bit of momentum here after having conceded a huge chance that was not converted by the Chechenians. Let's see if the South Africans can wake up again and look for a little goal. A through pass for Maseko. Maseko tries to cross it in, but it's deflected by the Chechenian defense. Corner kick. What will... Yeah, I can see you. Oh, you can see me? Okay, good. All right, so we are looking at a corner kick for the South Africans. Let's see what happens here. Oh, wow. That was a nice header by the Chechenians, but unfortunately it was right onto... Oh, wait. The corner kick is played fast, given back to Moseko, but unfortunately gets cleared by the Chechenian defense. The Chechenian defense is looking like... Oh, wait. The ref just blew. We do have a South African player, Moseko, in my opinion, that is remaining on the floor. A through ball by Mbath for Madeo, and Madeo doesn't manage to get the ball and hurts himself trying to with the Chechenian defender. But there's no foul on the Chechenian defender. It's the South African that kind of ran into the Chechenian defender. He tried to get in front, and unfortunately, he put his foot in front, and the Chechenian defender fell on his leg. It's not the Chechenian's the fault, of course. There's no foul. There's no penalty. the game goes on. Anyway, the Chechenian goalkeeper, Kovar, gives it over to his defense. They try to play out, but unfortunately the South Africans intercept. Now we are with Mbath in the midfield here. Chechnya gain control. We're on the counterattack here on the left side. 3 versus 5, it looks like. Oh, but they're gonna just take control. Oh, cross in onto the second post. Great defensive play by the South Africans, who clear it, but the Chechenians regain control on the right side, and the South Africans managed to defend and clear it again twice for a throw-in for the Chechenians. Okay, this is getting juicy here, and I'm no longer seeing a draw. Maybe before I was seeing a draw, but now the Chechenians are just looking more dangerous. It looks like they have better chances overall. All right, 40 minutes left in this game. Header. All right, a long throw-in by the Chechenians into the penalty box, cleared out by the South Africans for a corner kick. Will we get it? Let's see. Chechenian are about to, and they're pretty good at corner kicks, to be honest. The last one, almost goal. Corner kick into the penalty box, in the penalty spot, right below the penalty spot. Headered by the Chechenian, slightly over the goal. Yeah, a nice little header, just slightly over the ball. The ball, he took the ball from under him, so he couldn't attack the ball for it to go down. Anyway, we are back at it with the South Africans having possession of the ball. Mbozaki gives it over to Modiba. Modiba gives it to Mokoena. Mokoena gives it back over to Modiba. Modiba over to Mbokazi. Mbokazi over to Okan. Okan is looking to give it over to Modeo. But doesn't, gives a through pass for Maseko, but unfortunately the Chechenian defenders clear it. And now it is cleared by the Chechenians, and of course right into the South Africans' feet. This is a very, very poor match. The South Africans can't find combinations within the box, no through passes. But here we may have a nice chance with Modeo, who passes it backwards to Mbath. Mbath over to Mokayano. A shot out. Unfortunately, it goes way, way, way high. Shot by Moseko. Unfortunately, it goes way, way, way wide. Way, 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 way wide. And now we're going to go off into a goal kick. Look at that shot. Beam way out from behind. But, yeah, nothing to do there. Anyway, we are at a goal kick. Let's see. Goal kick for the Chechenians. And we are... Nope. There is a... there is a substitution. We got double substitution. So Derrida comes off and Pavel Sulk comes on. Alexander Sochka goes off, and Zeleny goes on. Let's see if that will help them manage to control the ball more, keep possession of the ball, because ever since they scored that goal, they just haven't had the same possession. Now they did score the goal early. Anyway, we are... Is that a... No, it's not. All right, South Africa with possession on the right side, attacking here in the Chechenian half. We have Modeo, who gives it over to Mbath. Mbath, who gives it back to Apolis. Apolis gives it over to Reyners. Reyners gives it back to Apolis. We have 3 South Africans in the box. Cross in for no one. Goal kick. Goal kick for the Chechenians. Very, very poor. Very, very poor gameplay, to be honest. There's nothing. They're just trying to just throw the ball in front and hope for the best. But will that equal to a goal? Probably not, guys. Let's be honest here. Okay. Clearance. Goal kick by the Chechenians, of course. Chechnya tries to control the ball, but the South Africans regain control of the ball. And now we are looking to attack once again for the South Africans. Are they going to look for a long through ball with Williams? Maybe, because Williams has the ball right now, the goalkeeper, the South African goalkeeper. But no, he does not. He's giving it back to Modeo, or not Modeo, sorry, to Okan. Okan tries to look for a pass in the midfield, but loses it because Czechnia intercepts. They try to attack, but South Africa intercepts as well. And now they're trying to play in a counter-attack, but again, they just throw the ball in front, hope for it, and unfortunately the Chechnyan defenders are here to hold back that attack. Now we're playing quick here. The Chechenyans managed to get control of the ball in the midfield here. Serve over to Cheek, sorry. Now we do have another long through pass for Apolis who controls the balls, who manages to give it back to Modiba. Modiba controls, temporizes, gives it back over to Okan. Okan gives it over to Mudau. Mudau back over to Okan. And you see, this is what we're playing here. It's very hard for the South African team to find a hole, to find like space in front. It's very, very hard for them. We have a Chechnyan player that is on the ground, and a foul was called by the referee, but nothing happened because it wasn't a foul with the ball. It was a foul. I don't know what happened actually. I was looking at the ball. There was a Chechnyan player on the floor. The ref called a foul, so South African player must have kicked him or something like that. We don't know exactly. Let's see what happened. Okay, so I just saw the image, but nothing really happened. Nothing really happened. He just fell over. It was like kind of a little hit with his hand. The South African hit him slightly. Mofokeng hit him a little bit. But it was not a foul, to be honest. I don't know why this was blown. It was not a foul. And we play on. The Chechnyan start from the back where the foul was originated from. Long lob pass on the right side, which is headed by the Chechnyans. They managed to get possession of the ball. They play to the left side. A fake cross in, goes inwards, gives a pass, a through pass, fakes it in, crosses over into the penalty spot, and it is deflected by the South Africans. And now, are we looking at, fake pass outward to inward, gives a pass into the box. The attacker goes and tries to give another pass to the penalty spot. And unfortunately there it's intercepted by the South Africans. Anyway, the South Africans gain control of the ball once more. Let me take a look here. We have Williams, the goalkeeper, with the ball. Will he look for a long through pass, or are they going to abandon that idea? It looks not, because he's tempted here. But we do have Mokoena, who comes back and asks for the ball. Williams gets the ball back again. A long pass in front on the left side, of course, defended by the Chechnyans. Headed out, cleared out by the head. South Africans gain control again. No, not even across. A shot from way far, from 40 meters out. Of course, doesn't harm anyone. Goal kick for the Chechnyans. So far, I think, who was it that said the Chechnyans would win? Was it Jaboy? Let me see. Draw. Okay, wait. So you see a draw. Who was it? Chechnya. Yeah, Jaboy said Chechnya win. That's what he said. Anyway, Chechnya, again, this is all we're playing here. It's defense, or the goalkeeper just shoots it out in front, hoping that something happens, but that's not going to happen. There's no combination plays. They're not trying to pierce the defensive line. They're just hoping, throwing the ball in the box, hoping that one of their teammates gets it. So South Africa, that's how they're playing right now. Are we going to see a second goal? From what I'm seeing in the second half, They may have possession, but they have no big chances. The bigger chances were for Chechnya on counterattacks or from interceptions. Anyway, we're back on with South Africa. Onto the right side here. Modeo gives it back over to Okan. Okan over to Apolis. Apolis gives a nice through pass for Madao. Madao fakes it in, and unfortunately it is intercepted by the Chechnyan player, but the Chechnyan... Oh, offside. Offside called against the South Africans for the Chechnyans. An offside by Modao. A offside, like long offside by far. Like at least 2 meters offside. And he holds his head, saying like, yeah, well, guess what? You were so far in front. There's no way that it wasn't. Hey, by the way, Abdullah, do you still see things well, or is there an issue here? Just to know. Just to know, of course. Because I'm getting a little error here. Getting a little bit of an error here. All right, we're back at it with the Chechnyans trying to pull out from the back. Playing on the left side, a nice little through pass. Ooh, it's 2 versus 2, but there may have... Nope, no foul. Great defending by the South Africans here. And now the South Africans are pushing on the left side for Apolis. Apolis goes inwards, looks to give the ball to Mokazi. Mokazi over to Okan. Or not Okan, sorry, Mbath. Mbath over to Apolis again. Unfortunately, the Chechnyans get control of the ball once more. And the Chechnyans go back to their goalkeeper. And now and now we're back at it. We're still in the defense. They're passing the ball to each other. The South Africans are trying to press, but they're not pressing together. One is pressing, other teammate is watching. A transfer from the right side to the left side of the pitch by the Chechnyans. Let's see what we can do here. The Chechnyans remain having possession, but they're in their own half. So this is defensive passing. Now they're trying to look to maybe to go into an offensive. They're trying to break the path, to break their lines. They managed to break the midfield line, and now they're playing in a good combination, to be honest. Foul by the Chechnyans, and now it is looks like either a goal kick or a foul for the South Africans. One of the two. Looks like it is a foul for the South Africans. So ball for the South Africans. Will Williams just go and kick it straight in front, like he's been doing for the whole game, to be honest. Or will they conserve the ball and try to move slowly up onto the pitch? That's what we want to know. A foul onto Modiba. Not Modiba, sorry. Mudao. But he's up again, doing well. All right, South Africans clear the ball into the midfield. South African manages to get possession of the ball, to be honest. And now we're going in the back here. Let's see if we can get a little bit of action. Can we get a little bit of action here? Just a little bit. I don't want a lot of action, just a little bit. Williams with the ball. Will he do his old thing again, where he just clears it in front and hope that his attackers get it? Apolis is asking for it, and so what they're doing right now is the South Africans, once coming up, once coming down, they're trying to catch the Chechnyans off guard, but they can't manage, unfortunately. It is not working. Williams tried to find Apolis. And, oh, wait. Commercial break, guys. Commercial break. Don't listen to these guys with the hydration stuff, okay? It's like 20 degrees in that stadium. Whoever plays football, I play football. I'm an amateur football player, obviously, right? And I can tell you that I play in like 30-degree weather, and I'm doing just fine. Okay, I'm doing just fine. I don't need any water breaks or anything. Okay, of course it's not like I don't play midday. I play at 5, 6. You know, when the sun is just coming down. But it's still hot. It's still hot where I live. But it doesn't matter. It is not as hot as these stadiums that are. By the way, they have AC. I know that's pretty crazy, huh? If you ask me. But anyway, we are back at it. No, we're not back at it. We're doing 2 changes here, 2 subs. So substitute, we got CZECH coming out for CZECH coming on. I think we got 2 changes actually, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we do, because we have ㆍxo that comes out and Provod comes in. So let's see if that can change something, because ㆍxo, he was kind of weak. I think he's the one that missed that gnarly chance for that 2-0. But it's not looking like we can get a 1-1 right now. It's looking like it's going to stay 1-0 because, again, the South Africans aren't dangerous. They may have control and possession of the ball, but every time they have possession of the ball, they're just kicking it in front. They give it to Williams. Williams waits. Does he find a solution? No. And Bath comes back, touches the ball, gives it back to Williams. William goes and throws it front. Long throw in by the Chechnyans into the penalty box. Header by the Chechnyans, deflected by the Brazilians. The Brazilians go and clear it into the Chechnyan half. Chechnyan gain control of the ball again with their goalkeeper. Their goalkeeper clears it straight into the midfield. Ooh. Maybe no foul called there by the referee. South Africa can have control of the ball again. And look, that's all we're doing. We're just throwing the ball in front, hoping our teammates can get the ball. But that's not how we're gonna win a match, guys. That ain't how we're gonna win a match. That's not how we're gonna win it. We got to do something a little bit different. All right. Anyway, the Chechnyans are playing from the back, a nice little ball onto the left side, but unfortunately just too long and goes out for a throw in for the wait, water? Okay, wait, now it's the commercial break. Okay, we're on the commercial break here with the World Cup. Oh my days. All these water break commercial breaks. All these commercial breaks, I can't take it anymore. I'm telling you, this World Cup, I'm not liking it just because of the commercial breaks. The commercial breaks are a little bit too much for me, in my opinion. But at least we don't have commercial breaks. We just see. I'm personally just looking at the players drink water, you know. But I know the Americans right now are definitely looking at a commercial. You can see the official on the sideline. The officials on the sideline, and they're the ones that are going to give the go. Obviously, the referees. They're going to give the go. Great right foot. Manages to put it out straight and like really, really far up into the field, which is not easy to do as a goalkeeper. It's kind of like Anderson. That played for City, that is now playing for... Does he play for Galatasaray or does he play for Fenerbahce? I don't know which club exactly, but one of the two. Anderson was kind of the same type of player. And this is why Pep Guardiola loved playing with him, is because it was basically an 11th player. With him, they scored so many goals with his great foot that he managed to just clear balls super out long. And, of course, with the quality of Man City players, they get control of the ball and, of course, score. You know what I mean? That's how it is. So can we have the same thing with the South African player? I'm not sure, because even though the goalkeeper does have a great foot, the attackers are small, okay? And the Chechnyan defenders are really, really tall. By the way, we're still in commercial break. I'm just looking at the players drink. And they're not even drinking anymore. Look, here's the funny thing. They're not drinking, they're talking. Okay? They're looking for a game plan. So basically we have 4 half times or quarter times or whatever you want to call it. Because this is what it is. But it just doesn't last as long as a halftime. That's it. And in my opinion, it just kills the game. Like the thing about football is that when you're under pressure, a half is a long half, right? A lot of effort is put into sprinting, to defend, to attack. And so when you cut that, not only does it give players, a chance to recoup, that goes against the game, because the opposing team is putting a lot of effort into tiring the other team. And so that being broken for commercial break, I don't know. I kind of feel sad about that, to be honest. Anyway, the Chechnyans were right back into the gameplay. The Chechnyans have control of the ball, give it back to their goalkeeper. South African press onto him, and the goalkeeper again, he just puts it out in front. Chechnyan heads it, but they lose possession of the ball. South Africa regain control, and back to Williams. Williams over to Modiba. Modiba, who fakes it. Nope, he fakes it, comes back, gives it over to Williams. Williams, will he look for a long through pass again? Nope, because we're giving it to Okan. Okan to, nope. All right, giving it back to Williams. Will Williams use his right foot to look for a police? Let's see, Modao. He's asking Modao to go up on the pitch. Now, we have the two South African players who are running, asking for the ball. Williams puts it in, but the Chechnyan headers it out. But the South Africans gain control of it, and they're going on the right side on the attack, 1 versus 1. Fakes it in, fakes it out, goes out again, fakes it in, fakes it out again, through ball for Apolis. Apolis crosses it into the penalty spot, but gets deflected and cleared by the Chechnyans. And now we're on the counterattack, but no, Okan manages to intercept. And we are back at it. South Africa. Okan over to Modea. Modea over to Mbath. Back over to Okan. Okan puts it in the box, but there's only one South African player. And he tries to header it, but he headers it the way he can. This is a poor game. Very, very poor. They're putting the ball in the box whenever they can. Even if it's 4 versus 1, by the way. That cross, there was 4 Chechnyan defenders for 1 South African attacker. There's no way you can score a goal if you don't have players in the box. Foul onto the Chechnyan midfielder. And now we wait for the game to restart, of course. So we had the South African header that was easily captured by the Chechnyan goalkeeper. Anyway, we continue on here. The Chechnyans throw it long in front, just like the South Africans. Unfortunately, South Africans regain control of the ball. Chechnyans, put it up again, long lobbed through ball, finds the South Africans. South Africans gain control. They are pressing up in the midfield, on the right side of the midfield, going still on the right side. Foul onto the South African on the right side at about a 30-meter mark from the goal. So you already know that that's going to be a crossed in. Yellow card for Krejci, by the way. Yellow card for that foul. He does not touch the ball at all. Yeah, very nasty little foul. Not nasty, but he doesn't touch the ball. Yellow deserved, because the South African had a great first touch to eliminate his defender, and the defender made a nasty foul. So the yellow is definitely deserved there. In the wall, we're going to have 2 Chechnyans, okay? And we have 2 South Africans that are looking at each other. Who's going to take the ball? Is it going to be a police, or is it going to be Modiba? Oh, yes, Modiba. Will Modiba take it? Will Apolis take this free kick? Apolis fakes it. Modiba goes and gives it over to Mbath. Mbath shoots, deflected by the Chechnyans. Of course, goes back. Oh, the ball actually popped. The ball popped, so a ball change is about to happen here. as we wait for the restart here by the referee. As we restart here by the referee. Okay, we have restarted. Cross into the box by the... Nope. Nothing there. The Chechens clear it into the South African half. South African restart with Mudau. Mudau gives it to Mbath. And Bath gives it back over to Mudau. Mudau go to Okan. Okan over to Mbokazi. Mbokazi gives it back to Mudau. Mudau gives it over to Moseko. Moseko back over to Mbokazi. Oh, I'm going to learn how to say that one. Okan has it. Okan still has it. Gives it up to Mokoena. Mokoena doesn't manage to find his Modeo with a lobbed through ball again, of course. They need to play just short on the ground and try to find short through balls, right? We need to find combinations here. We need to break the defensive lines. And if their plan is just to throw the ball in and hope and pray, they're not going to score a goal. They need to create differences. They need to create an overload, and they're just not finding that. They're just not dangerous. Chechnya are just defending well. They've lost 0 duels, aerial duels, of course, when the goalkeeper Williams would throw it in front. Anyway, the foul by the Chechens at the 40-meter mark. All right, let's see. We got 12 minutes left to this game, boys. 12 minutes left. Let's see what happens. Mokoena asking for a yellow card, but doesn't get it. Ooh, a nice through ball for a police into the penalty box, but unfortunately it is deflected by the Chechen defender into a goal kick, and he is screaming at his defenders because that was a great pass. Wait, there's no goal kick? Wait, there's no corner? All right, no corner, I guess. So, great defending by the Chechens. Great through pass, finally, from the midfield onto the right side of the penalty box. Apolis tries to cross it in, but is deflected by the Chechenian, but then it is hit again by the South African. Anyway, the Chechenians go and continue. The Chechens go and continue. We are almost 10 minutes out. South Africans are starting to push a little bit more here. Moseko gives it back to... Oh, and wait, I gotta see how you pronounce his name again. Mofo King is what I wanted to say. And then we have Mac Gopa as well that came in for Rayners and Adams. Anyway, we are playing a quick throw-in by the South Africans. We're going back to Mbokazi to Okan. Okan that gives it to Mokoena. Mokoena changes the game up, gives it to Modao on the right side, but now they're just playing, trying to find a weakness within. But the Chechenians are so compact in the middle, and they're on every single South African player right now. It seems really, really difficult for them. South Africans are still trying. They're just passing to each other in the midfield, trying to look for a call by one of their attackers for a through ball, but nothing to be found here. We do have 5 South African players that are in the front line trying to ask for the ball. Maseko on the right side, 1 versus 1, fakes outwards or fakes inwards, go penalty for the South Africans. Oh my God, handball by the South Africans or by the Chechens. I'm not sure if this is going to be. So it was supposed to be a cross in, and it was there was a handball by the Chechens. Let's check Guys, there's a penalty for the South Africans here, guys. There's a penalty for the South Africans here. Let me see if there's actually a penalty here. Let me take a look. Oof, no penalty. No penalty. There's no way there's a penalty. This is gonna be called off. No penalty. Oof. The thing is, he has his hand close to his body. I'm not sure. You know, you see him turn his body. You see him turn his body, and it hits his hand here. So it goes out. But, that's a tough one. It does go straight to his hand, but he doesn't make his body bigger. I mean, he's literally trying to keep his arms to his. Are they gonna check it? Let's see. Are they going to check it? Alright, who's going to shoot it? This is the question that I'm asking myself right here. Is this going to end up as a draw? Oh my days. Another draw? Okay, Mokoena. Sorry. Let me see. It's a draw. Yeah. Wait, we're about to take it. Mokoena is about to take a shot here. So there's no VAR that's coming in to disallow this penalty. I think it's a severe penalty in my opinion. Let's see. Mokoena closes his eyes, breathes in. Goalkeeper is on his line. Mokoena, and he shoots onto the opposing side goal. 1-1. 1-1. Mokoena puts it in the back. And we are looking at a 1-1, a draw, guys. As you can see on whatever side here, we can see the draw just shot up to 64%, as you can see there. 64% a draw. And you know what? I mean, a draw here is not bad at all, to be honest. So, I mean, I'm not sure that the South Africans, that the Chechens can score another one. And to be honest, I'm not sure the South Africans can score another one either. This definitely looks like it may be a draw, guys. Okay? And I think we have, what's the time? What time are we looking at here? Let me see if we can get the timer up. What's the time on it? We're at the 84th minute. 84 minute. It's a draw. 1-1 for now, Abdullah. It is getting spicy. It is getting very, very spicy. So we have to just see what's going to happen here. Let's take a look. All right, we're back into the game, of course. And now, in my opinion, I don't think... Well, the Chechens are trying to... looks like the Chechens are trying to push it in front. Unfortunately, bad pass by the Chechens. Throw in for the South Africans on the right side of the pitch. Let's see what happens. Draw is looking pretty good here. We have 6 minutes left into the match. Another draw in the making, maybe? Is that what we're going to look at? Oh, God. Anyway, Williams gives it over to Modiba. Modiba to Apolis. Apolis gives it back to Okon. Okon to Madao. Madao over to Mbath. And Bath, long ball to the left side. And they're actually trying to score a second goal, the South Africans. But the Chechens, again, they defend well and they clear the ball into the South African side. The South Africans take control once again of the ball. And we have... Mbokazi gives it over to Madao. Madao looks to play with Mbath, but unfortunately wants to give it back to Mdao, but it is a throw in for the Chechens. And the Chechens play it quick and try to play a counter, and they lose the ball in the midfield to the South Africans. South Africa gain control of the ball. There's the touch, and it is a Chechnyan ball. It is a Chechenian ball. Throw in for the Czech. A long throw in for the header of for the head of a Chechnyan who tries to play it in front for his attacker, but Williams manages to intercept that and take control of the ball. South Africans are playing from the back again, and now they're just chilling. We're at the 86th minute rather. 80th minute would be a little bit far behind, huh? Anyway, we again have the South Africans that put a ball way up in front, and the Chechens defend it with a header. They managed to keep possession of the ball, and it looks like the Chechens are now, nope, they were on the right side, but there was a great slide tackle from behind from the South African to get control. Unfortunately, oh my days, this stress. Anyway, the South Africans clear it after a failed pass by the South Africans that was intercepted by the Chechens, but they couldn't do anything with it. Luckily for the South Africans, that would have been horrible. All right, we do have Williams with the ball. Gives it over to Okan. Okan to Mudau. Mudau over to Mbath or Mokoena. Mokoena for Masako. Masako over to... Yeah, that's it. I think we're going to stay with a draw here. It doesn't look like the players really want to attack more. Modao on the right side, not really looking to continue driving his ball, but there is a try to cross the ball. The Chechenian clear it, but the South Africans managed to get the second ball. They shoot. The goalkeeper stops it in two tries, we'll say. Okay, in 2 tries he stops it. But it is looking grim here. It is looking grim. But the Czech, for some reason, are favorite to score the second, if there is a second, of course, in front of the South Africans. And to be honest, from what I've been seeing, but now they're combining really good. This may be an offside by the Czech. We'll see. There is maybe a foul. Oh, yeah. I don't know if they're going to come back to it. There's a Czech player right outside of the box that was on the floor, right in front of the ref. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. And there was a shot stopped by the Czech goalkeeper in two different attempts, of course. Okay, very important to say it like that. But we are heading to a draw again, guys. Another draw. This is going to be the 10th draw. We're looking at a 10th draw here. Okay, this guy. We're looking at a 10th draw here. Are we going to get it? Are we going to get a World Cup of draws? I've never seen this many draws, by the way. This is absolute insanity. And I think we're getting all these... Maybe, do you think the commercial breaks are causing it? Anyway, corner kick by the Czech into the penalty box, cleared out by the South Africans. The Czech have control again. They are pushing. There are 4 Czech players in the box. Fake cross, crosses in with his left foot. Unfortunately cleared out by the South Africans. But the Czech are really, really pushing right now. We have about 6 Czech in front right now trying to push. They are on the left side. A foul called by the referee onto the Czech. This will be the last, well, not the last. There's 7 minutes of extra time. But the Czech are really starting to push now, and they're managing to find each other, have a few combinations. They're definitely playing a lot better now than they were when they were winning. Let's see if we can have. All right, free kick on the left side at around the 25-meter mark, as you can see from below. Anyway, I think you can see that there. Yeah, you can see that there is a Czech, dangerous, headered, crossed in and headered, unfortunately defected, and it is a offside called, actually. Offside was called. What does the thing down there say? It says Chechen dangerous action. I guess it was a dangerous action. Because, yeah, I don't see where in the world they called an offside there. There was no offside at all. But anyway, offside ball for the South Africans. Will the South Africans try to push and score another one? Or will they just hold the ball? Now the goalkeeper is telling him to go up in front. Goalkeeper goes and kicks it way out in front, of course. And the Chechenian defenders again clear it out, but there's a miscommunication rather. And they put it out into a throw-in. South Africans are in control in the midfield. Madao on the right side gives it over to Moka. Maseko. The Chechenians gain control of the ball after an interception in the midfield. Long through ball onto the right side. Plays it quick inside for his teammate, but unfortunately the South Africans defend well, and it is a corner kick. Oh, not a corner kick, as the South African manages to just tip the ball, and it hits the Chechenian attacker. So it is a goal kick for the South Africans. Will Williams do what he does best and throw and kick the ball way in front. Let's see. Okay. All right. We got the Czech. That, of course, that's what happened. The goalkeeper threw it out way in front, but the Czech are really good defensively with in terms of the aerial game, and they just gained control. Clear it out, and now we have South Africa with control of the game again. They try to put it in, doesn't work for them, unfortunately. The Czech are now in possession of the ball, playing on the right side. A nice through ball on the left side, actually. On the left side, he looks. There's only one teammate in the box, but cross in, deflected by the Brazilian defender. All right, we got 4 minutes left. 4 minutes, and not looking like we can get another goal. Let's look at the statistics real quick that you can see here. We have more shots. Actually, we're totally even in terms of shots. 14 shots for the South Africans and 13 shots for the Czech. And 3 each for both teams in terms of shots on target. So 3 each, which I guess isn't that bad, right? But we are definitely looking at a draw. Okay, it definitely looks like it's going to be a draw, especially after that South African goal here. The Chechenians are still trying, but unfortunately the Czech midfielder drives his ball and pushes it a little bit too far in front of him, and the South African defender manages to intercept. But now there's a clear attack for the South Africans onto the right side. It's a 2v3 here. Fakes in, fakes out, tries to cross in, gets deflected by the Czech defender. So Maseko goes back and gives it to Madao, of course. And now we're just controlling the ball. We're 5 minutes into extra time. 5 minutes into extra time. And now we're just playing from the outside. We have Modeo on the side. Fakes a pass to the outside. We got the attacker, the South African attacker, that manages to get control of the ball in the box, shoots, but unfortunately it's on the goalkeeper and does nothing. The Czech clear it. South Africa managed to get control of the ball again, and now we are on to the attack for South Africa. A nice through ball for South Africa for Apolis, but it does not go in. It does not make it to the attacker, of course. And this is, in my opinion, going to end in a draw unless we get And insane. We do have a nice combination here in front with the South African players. Little fakey fake out. Oh. He fakes. We got a shot from right outside of the box, deflected by the Czech, and it goes into a corner. Let's see what happens after that. Oh, the South Africans are just so gutted. That was a close call there. The Czech are now looking a little bit more deep. Nobito shoots, gets deflected by the Czech defense, and now we have 10 seconds to the game. South Africa gives it back to his goalkeeper, Williams. Williams says, I'm going to throw it in front. Williams throws it in front. Long ball. And of course, for the 1000th time, the Czech successfully defend. And we have now ended this game with a draw. Guys, another draw. Can you believe it? Another draw. What? But anyway, all right, that game was not too bad. Okay, that game was not too bad. I cannot complain. It was bad, actually. Okay, in terms of game, I mean, Mokoena was pretty good. He managed to really control that midfield. Mokoena had a fantastic game, in my opinion. He managed to control that Czech midfield, and he did a phenomenal job. So 1-1 is, looking at the match, it's more than fair. But unfortunately, it does not help both teams because now they are they're almost out, basically. They need to win their last game. So there's going to be South Africa versus Korea and the Czech versus Mexico. So the only way that they can pass is if both Czech and the South Africans win their match versus Mexico and the Koreans. But the Koreans and the Mexicans, they still have their match. So actually, if it's a draw, for example, I'm pretty sure just off that, for example, if Mexico and Korea ends up as a draw, that would be 4 points each. South Africa lost 2-0, and Czech, how much did they lose to Poland? Let me check that real quick here. But we're going to be back for the next match, by the way, Abdullah. We're going to be back for the next match. And that's going to be in 1 hour exactly. Okay? So we're going to see exactly what happens there. All right, thank you for being on with me, boys and girls. I will catch you. I'm going to take a little bit of a break here, and I will catch you in 1 hour, or actually probably like 50 minutes for the next matchup, which will be Switzerland versus, and this is going to be a pretty good one in my opinion. Switzerland versus the Bosnians. Let's see what happens there. Anyway, thank you very much, boys and girls. I'll catch you in 50 minutes.